Time now for the morning rush.
Let's start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Looking at increasing cloud cover over central and eastern New Mexico today. Could even squeeze out a few spot showers as we get into the eastern side of the state. Everybody else breezy to windy this afternoon. We continue to watch the showers and storms expanding coverage over the northern mountains and eastern plains. Some of those could be on the strong to severe side over the weekend. Adam?
New this morning, state police are asking for your help finding a 2-year-old little boy who they believe may be with his father. Police say 2-year-old Jamie Smiley Overmeyer was last seen in Clayton with his father, Levi Overmeyer. Police say Levi may have taken the little boy and was last seen driving a black, newer model Chevy Silverado. If you spot them, you're asked to call police.
On to new news this morning. The intersection of Eubank and Copper is back open hours after a deadly pedestrian crash. Police say the pedestrian was trying to cross the street outside the crosswalk late yesterday evening. That's when they were struck by the vehicle. The person died on scene. Alcohol does not appear to be a factor in this, according to police. No word on if the driver will face any charges.
1 year after KRQE News 13 started asking questions, we've obtained video and audio interviews in a use of force case that no one seems to want to talk about. It happened at the Central New Mexico Correctional Facility in Los Lunas. Surveillance video from June 2016 shows inmate Jesus Larrea with a cluster of high-velocity rubber bullets. Former corrections officer Bobby Mosteller fired the shot. State police forwarded the case to the Valencia County DA's office for possible prosecution last year. Still, no charges have been filed. You can read more and see more of the video at always on our website, krqe.com.
This morning, the woman accused of shooting at an Albuquerque couple in their driveway is preparing to stay locked up until her trial. This after her own attorney agreed with the state's argument to keep her off the streets. Prosecutors say Miranda Gilbert is the woman caught on camera pointing a gun at the Heights couple when they confronted her in their driveway.
This morning, some passengers are likely still upset after their American Airlines flight turned around and flew back to Dallas, just minutes away from their destination in Santa Fe. The airport manager tells us the plane did not land on Tuesday night because the National Weather Service at the airport experienced technical problems and couldn't relay wind speed to the pilot. It could have landed had someone been in the control tower, the company says.
On to new news this morning. Health insurance premiums on the state health exchange will soon be going up. State insurance regulators approved the largest increase since its creation nearly 4 years ago. Average premiums for mid-level health coverage will rise 36%, possibly more.
And President Trump set to meet with the leaders of South Korea and Japan today on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly. High on the agenda, North Korea's nuclear and missile programs. Tuesday, the president vowed that the U.S. would, quote, totally destroy North Korea if forced to defend itself or its allies.
On to news new at 6. A little girl's in the hospital this morning after a scary scene at the New York Yankee Stadium. Take a look at this. It was a foul ball yesterday. It smacked the toddler right in the face. The game stopped as the girl was carried away. Now there's a renewed call for all ballparks to install protective netting. Some baseball players and government officials want to see more fan protection.
That's too bad. All right, tonight, some of Albuquerque's most accomplished musical theater performers are hosting a concert in honor of Hurricane Harvey victims, and all of the proceeds are set to go to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund administered by the Greater Houston Community Foundations. The Concert for Texas series takes place tonight at 8. That's at the Sandia Prep Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets, $20 at the door.
On to news happening today. The city is set to unveil the final design for a memorial honoring the West Mesa murder victims. 8 years ago, the remains of 11 women, one of whom was pregnant, were discovered near 118th Street in Dennis Chavez. City councilors have worked to secure the funds for a memorial to remember the women. The unveiling set for 3 o'clock this afternoon at 118th and Amole Mesa.
We're just 12 days away from voting day in the municipal election in Albuquerque. Happening tonight, your chance to get to know the mayoral candidates even more. There will be a forum at the Canyon Club in Four Hills. It's unclear how many of the candidates will be there, but it's all scheduled to kick off at 6:30 tonight.
This morning, the engineers are going back to the drawing board to fix a measurement mistake on a summer road project that's already complete. It's on Girard Boulevard, just north of Jefferson Middle School. The northbound bike lane is a couple feet just too narrow. The city says it's too dangerous. They'll have to reconfigure that road again. The city hopes to fix it in the next few months.
In just hours, these doors will be opening here at the brand new Cabela's. More than 200 people camped out overnight, and right now more than 500 people are outside waiting to get inside here to exchange their ticket to a gift card. Some of those lucky 500 will get a gift card for $500. The opening ceremony kicks off at 9:45 and doors open at 10. Back to you.
Today's Metro Threat Index at 1, just looking at breezy conditions at times this afternoon. Those winds out of the south-southwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, a little closer to that 20-mile-per-hour mark later this afternoon in the metro. Temperatures warm, though. We're back to the 80s underneath that mostly sunny sky. Adam?
There's still a lot more Mars for scientists to explore right now. Soon, more of the red planet could be named after New Mexico cities. Dr. Larry Crumpler is a research curator at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. He's also a part of the Mars Exploration Rover Science Team. Crumpler says named areas of the Endeavour crater, he named them after New Mexico cities like Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Taos. Kristen?
Time now for a check on your morning commute. Not seeing anything major out there. No crashes to report to you. Just some minor slowing Paseo eastbound as you approach I-25 down to about 20 miles per hour, but everything else looks good.
If you go online this morning to the Biopark's Facebook or Biopark's page, you may find some unusual supplies on their wish list for animals. We wanted to know why it was filled with thousands of dollars worth of odd items. You can scroll through their Amazon wish list and find things like a bowling ball, PVC piping, even a $125 keg. We checked and found they're needed for the zoo's enrichment program.
And finally, how's this for a crazy story? Some Colorado breweries are making beer with recycled wastewater. A local engineering firm is trying to get rid of the negative stigma around recycled water. So they say there's no better way to do it than by using beer. Next month, it will host a private festival with blind taste testing.
Recycled water.
You know what that means.
Would you guys do it?
Oh, no, it'll take a lot of convincing.
Yeah. All right, time now for the 5 facts.
We started with number 5. Dozens of people, as you just saw moments ago, are camped outside Cabela's this morning, waiting for that brand new store in Albuquerque to open at Paseo and I-25. The outdoor mega store is holding special giveaways and activities. The first 500 people in line are set to get a gift card that's worth up to $500. Doors will open with a ribbon cutting at 10 a.m.
On to number 4 now. APS has more money in its pocket this morning, all thanks to a big decline in vandalism cases on metro area campuses. In the past decade, APS has seen a 55% drop in vandalism, saving the district hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, money that could go towards hiring more teachers or fixing up the classrooms. The school district points to stepped-up patrols, new security cameras, and more community awareness as a reason for the decline.
Number 3, officials say the entire island of Puerto Rico is without power this morning, nearly 24 hours after Hurricane Maria made landfall on the Caribbean island. This morning, the hurricane warning is over, but the flash flooding continues. The island's getting whipped by the outer bands of the now Category 3 storm. Maria pummeled 3 million residents with life-threatening winds and heavy rain for several hours. Puerto Rico's emergency management officials say hundreds of homes were destroyed.
And we can see Maria on satellite. You see there just to the north, the Dominican Republic continuing to move west-northwest. This is likely to bring a lot of destruction to the Turks and Caicos Islands over the next 48 hours. We will keep tabs on it here at home. Today's pretty quiet other than a few spot showers out east. Increasing rain coverage and decreasing temperatures into the weekend.
Number 1 now, while you were sleeping, rescue crews spent the night working fast to rescue more children still trapped inside a collapsed school in Mexico City. One little girl has been spotted alive in the rubble, wiggling her fingers in response to rescuers' calls. The school crumbled Tuesday during the magnitude 7.1 earthquake that shook the area Tuesday, killing more than 24, most of them kids. So far, more than 50 people have been rescued from collapsed buildings throughout the city. Officials in Mexico say power has been restored.